Hello students, today we will going to learn about the first chapter of science 1, gravitation, and in this session we will going to discuss Earth's gravitational force and acceleration. Let's discuss about Earth's gravitational force. On the right side the figures are given. Just observe the figures. The boy is playing with a ball and he throws a ball and the ball suddenly comes to attracted towards the center of the earth. This is because of the earth's gravitational force. In second image you also observe that when we throw a stone vertically upward, then this force tries to pull it down and reduces its velocity. Due to this constant downward pull, the velocity becomes zero after a while and the pull continues to extend and the stone starts moving vertically downward towards the center of the earth. So here we can define the earth's gravitational force as the earth attracts every object near it towards itself because of a gravitational force. The center of mass of earth is situated at its center, so the gravitational force on any object due to the earth is always directed towards the center of the earth. Earth's gravitational acceleration. Here we know that the earth exerts a gravitational force on every object near it. So according to the Newton's second law, a force acting on a body results in its acceleration. So we know that the law of gravitation is F equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. Here at the place of m1 m2 we are taking here small m and capital M. Small m is the mass of the object, capital M is the mass of the earth, and r is the distance of the object from the sun. Okay, so the law of gravitation is F equal to G mm upon r square. Now we know that F equal to ma, but here the acceleration a is replaced by the gravitational acceleration g, so we get F equal to mg. Okay, so with the help of these two equations we can just compare the sides. Then we will get mg equal to gmm upon r square. Cancel out the m, we get g equal to gm upon r square. So the unit of g in SI is meter per second square. Okay, and if we know that the values of, that means the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg, radius of earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter, and the value of g, universal gravitational constant, is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11. By putting this value we will get the value of g as 9.77 meter per second. Okay, so this is called as the earth gravitational acceleration g equal to gm upon r square. As we just studied about the gravitational acceleration g equal to gm upon r square. Okay, now let's study how the value of g varies. So variation in the value of g. First, change along the surface of the earth. Just observe the figure on left side. So here the earth bulges at the equator and it is a flatter at the pole. That means its radius is largest at the equator and smallest at the pole. So the value of g is the highest at the pole, it taking the value 9.832 meter per second square. So here you can observe that the weight of the man is also maximum at the pole, and also the value of g is decreases along with the decreasing altitude, and it is the lowest 9.78 meter per second square at the equator. So here we can observe that the value of g, it takes the highest at the pole and the lowest at the equator. Okay, now second point, change with the height. As we go above the earth's surface, the value of r in the equation g equal to gm upon r square, it also increases and the value of g decreases. That means if r increases, then g ultimately decreases. So change with the height, the value of the g is decreases. Now third point, change with depth. we know that the equation is G equal to Gm upon R square. So if R decreases, then one can think that the G increases, but this not happens, because the part of the earth which contributes towards the gravitational force felt by the object also decreases, which means that the m is also in this equation decreases. As a combined result, the change in R and m, the value of G decreases as we go deep inside the earth. Okay, also you can observe the image on the right hand side. Every planet and satellite has a different mass and radius. Hence, according to the equation G equal to Gm upon R square, the value of G on their surfaces are different. Okay. Now here is a picture of the moon. On the moon, it is about 1/6 of the value of the Earth. That means, as a result, using the same amount of force, we can jump 6 times higher on the moon as compared to that of the earth. Let know the difference between the quantity, mass and weight. You can just observe the figures given on the upper side, left and right side. So first here on the right side, suppose the two blocks having the same mass, and one block is put on the earth and one is put on the moon. Then they contains the same mass. That means mass remains the same. It is a constant on earth and on moon also. But if we take a weight of that block, then it will be different on the moon and on the earth, because G is the value of G is different on the earth and moon. Okay, so here weight of that block on the earth, if it will be larger than the weight of block on the moon. Okay, now as we know that the F equal to ma, a is here we have to take an a equal to G. That means it is a gravitational acceleration 9.8 meter per second square. So how to differentiate between the weight and mass? First is we know that weight means it is a force of gravity. So it is related with a force. So it is a vector quantity. That means we can define a weight as the weight of an object is defined as the force with which the earth attacks the object. So it related with the force, so it is a vector quantity. Similarly, mass means the amount of matter in that object. It is called as a mass. Okay, so it is a scalar quantity. It doesn't need a direction. Now let us talk about the unit. So SI unit of weight is a Newton, and unit of mass is a kilogram. Okay, now weight that changes place to place, because we can just observe that the weight of the same object on the moon and on the earth is also different, or we can take the weight of an object on a pole and on equator, it also different. But the mass never changes, its value is same everywhere. So we can just differentiate between the mass and weight quantity.